Understand, expect, report, a lot of these kind of verbs. So here's another example. It is said that Mary eats 10 eggs a day. Mary is said to eat 10 eggs a day. It is believed that the wanted man is living in New York. The wanted man is believed to be living in New York. One more. It is expected that the strike will begin tomorrow. The strike is expected to begin tomorrow. We use this a lot in writing because as you notice, we're using third person a lot. And we don't want to say, I heard that. So in writing, we often use third person, and this is a construction we use a lot in writing. Okay? Any questions about this? It's just another passive form. We do have a couple more examples. Sorry, I thought that was it. We'll look at a couple more examples. It is believed that Smith left England last week. Smith is believed to have left England last week. It is reported that 2 people were killed in the explosion. 2 people are reported to have been killed in the explosion. Again, you can see how this is used often in news reporting or in newspapers. Okay, we're going to move on. Any questions about that? You probably won't use it as much in just common conversation, but if you're writing formally or if you're reading news or writing a news story, and you might use it if you want to, but you can take a look at it a little bit closer when you get your packet. The next thing we're going to look at is the word suppose, and this is very common as well, and we use this also with a passive meaning. So we use it often to really mean said. So similar to what we just looked at, said. It has that meaning. For example, let's go and see that movie. It's supposed to be very good. It's said to be very good. People are saying it's very good, right? It's supposed to be very good. Or he is supposed to have stolen. So people have reported or people have said that he stole $100. So we use it in place of said to, or something that we've heard commonly. Another usage is when something we're going to do, or we've got a plan, something that's arranged, something that we're kind of obligated to do. I'd better hurry, it's nearly 8 o'clock, I'm supposed to be meeting. I'm supposed to be meeting Anne at 8:15. The train was supposed to arrive. So notice again the passive construction you use, to be plus supposed in the third form of the verb, and to be was plus the third form of the verb. Okay, the train was supposed to arrive at 11:30. Okay. Another one is when we're advising something not to do. We use not supposed a lot. You are not supposed to park here. Mr. Jenkins is much better after his illness, but he is still not supposed to do any heavy work. So that's another time, and we put suppose in the passive voice, something that someone is not allowed to do. So there are 3 different ways we use it. If something is said to have happened, something you planned or you're obliged to do, or if something is not allowed. Okay, so let's do a little bit of practice before we get to the end to take your test, but I thought this was a good one we can do some practice on. Okay, so people think that, oh, sorry, I'm not at the right practice. Let me quickly get to the practice for this one. Okay. Okay, so rewrite the sentences so that the statement stays the same, but using the word suppose. People think that neither side wanted war. So let's do the first one as an example. This isn't our supposed to practice. I am apologizing. Let me get to the supposed to practice. There. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so this is the practice with supposed to. So we're going to change these sentences using supposed to. So there are a lot of stories about Fred, but nobody knows whether they are true. So let's make some sentences using supposed to. So remember, we use supposed to when something is said about somebody, or if we have a plan, or if something is not allowed. So, people say that Fred is very rich. Okay, good. We've got some good examples. This guy, Fred, is supposed to be very rich. Fred is supposed to be very rich. Okay, anyone else want to try? Using supposed to. Fred is supposed to be very rich. Fred is supposed to be very rich. Good. Okay, great. Okay, let's try another one. People say that Fred eats spiders. People say that Fred eats spiders. How would you use supposed to? People say that Fred eats spiders. Fred's supposed to be eating spiders. Fred is supposed to eat spiders. Fred is supposed to. Good. Fred is supposed to eat spiders. So now this can be taken in two ways depending on the context, because you know that supposed to can also mean must, right? He's supposed to do something. So if you say Fred is supposed to eat spiders, it could mean he must eat spiders. This is something he's obliged to do. Or it could mean Fred is supposed to eat spiders. That's what we're saying about him. People say that. So you have to just be careful with the context so people can understand you. Okay, another one. People say that Fred has 22 children. How would you change that one using supposed to? People say that Fred has 22 children. Good. Fred is supposed to have 22 children. Good. Good. Okay. Fred is supposed to have 22 children. Exactly. So, Fred is supposed to. Good. We use supposed to. It's much more casual when we use it. It's very informal, but you'll hear it a lot. Okay, another one. People say that Fred inherited a lot of money. How would you use supposed to in this one? People say that Fred inherited a lot of money. It seems that Fred inherited a lot of money. Okay, yeah, you could say that as well. Don't forget the have, okay? Supposed to. Fred is supposed to have inherited a lot of money. Fred is supposed to have inherited a lot of money. To have inherited, because you have the past. Because you have the past. Good.